Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian joining you for episode 8. That's episode 2 of season 3 of Out of the Park Baseball 18. In the first episode, which should have been posted on Sunday, you notice that things haven't been going our way really this season, partly due to some dodgy bullpen stuff, which I hope we'll get better on as the season progresses, and also because we've had some issues with our offense, in particular our ability to hit home runs, now that Edwin Encarnacion is far below a replacement player. Give me 1 second, please. Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys can hear the water pipes through the apartment next door or not, but I wanted to close the door just so that you don't have to worry about that. We're still having a problem that, for whatever reason, Terry Francona keeps insisting on putting Jose Ramirez in the leadoff spot. At least Brantley's hitting number 2. But this is actually going to make it harder for Ramirez to score runs. I bet if we look at runs scored, he's only got 40. He's only projected to have 73. If he got on base more frequently, we'd actually be a better team. Ramirez, in general this season, is just barely above replacement level, which isn't good. Since we're kind of stuck with him for a few more years. This is one of my greatest curses in Out of the Park Baseball 18. I can make some really smart decisions about who to extend, and other times I'll be like, I'll just extend this guy. It'll be fun. We'll have plenty of money. And then he kind of goes in the toilet. He is still playing a pretty decent third base. So he's at least decent defensively. But the problem is, if you recall, we're supposed to be upgrading at third base this season. And that really hasn't happened. Freaking Minnesota. So it might be worth maybe trying to swing a trade for a third baseman. We'll see. Jimmy Anderson was our first round pick, was he not? He was indeed. He's actually gained a point of potential, very nice. And he's enjoying his first season in the minor leagues. We need to keep an eye on this change-up development. If it's even a mediocre third pitch, I mean, the ceiling's a limit for this guy. I love he's got high work ethic and high intelligence. That's really helpful. I was looking at Out of the Park Baseball 16 the other day, and I just love how much better everything is laid out here. Things like the most important stuff is more toward the center of the screen, before is more off to the left. It's really good. Really, really good. We can see he's having himself a good old time. We don't know much about his personality class. He'd be more useful as a third baseman, but I think we'll keep him at first for now. Or do we just go ahead and try to get him some experience at third? Let's see. Set game strategy. Do they have like a really outstanding third base? I need to do some calling at some point here. Please give me default. And we'll just do a quick scan of potential. And I just want to see if there's any third baseman he'd be kind of pushing to the side. Oh, pardon me. No, actually, I want him to play third. The reason being I've got Ryder Green, who is playing first and who can't really play third at all. So, yes, we will definitely have you pick up some third base. And I think you could be at least a plausible third baseman. Not a great one, but at least a plausible one. Hey, look, it automatically updated his position. Does change his potential rating slightly. And then let's check the minors. I want to see if we have anyone who could fill in at third base and not be an embarrassment. I might actually trade Kevin Cron. The reason being that offensively, Nelly Rodriguez is just about as good as he is, which means a lot of his value comes from his defense. And to be honest, a Gold Glove first baseman, I mean, who cares? I'm going to actually go ahead. Let's actually, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and try to trade him and see what kind of value we can get for him. Because, I mean, at this point, it's going to be Bobby Bradley sink or swim. And if we can get good value, and we can't, that's unfortunate. Is it because Cron is like a huge contract? I thought he was still just on... No, Ross's correct. I thought Cron was still just on his minor league deal. Yeah, I don't really get this. But in any case, oh, this is his last option here. Ah. Which means, yeah, I kind of dig this now. I kind of understand why people wouldn't be so interested in acquiring him. He's fine as a backup guy. I don't mind putting him in AAA. I mean, it looks like he's actually regained some of his ability. Maybe he's having a good season in AAA. That's restoring some of his confidence. Okay. All right. So glad we got Mike Leake. Definitely worth trading. We traded what, like... Yeah, we traded Greg Allen, who is admittedly a decent outfielder, for a much better number 5 starter. And that way we can have Ross Stripling in the minors, and he can develop and maybe not suck at some point. Who knows? Who knows? Mitch Brown is another guy who's a starting candidate, but that control... No. I almost think he has to be a reliever, because his control's never going to be great. And unless you're striking out like Nolan Ryan levels of batters, you're never going to be an effective starter if you can't throw strikes. Why are you angry? Because you stink and because you think you should be a starter. And I bet they're probably making you be a reliever, which is fine, whatever. I would totally waive him to take him off the 40-man, but I don't think it would work. I'm going to try to flip Silvino Bracco. I mean, all it would cost someone is a 40-man roster spot, and I just have too many good pitchers. What kind of deal can I get for him? I'm doing some of this trading stuff early on in the episode, and we're going to get mostly junk. Okay, Adam Walker's kind of interesting. I was looking at him earlier. And he wouldn't add anything. He's still got lots of power, so if any of his other tools ever develop, he could be a decent outfielder. Anyone else that's interesting? Severino Gonzalez. If he was a lefty, I'd think about it. I do need more lefty relievers. And then George Contos. I almost called him Jorge for some reason. His name is clearly not Jorge, yet for some reason my brain is just like, let's call him Jorge. Zach Granite. That's an amazing name. I don't know if he's a real baseball player or not, but I mean, Zach Granite. I mean, that's awesome. You'd think he'd be like a 70 homer type guy, but no, it looks like he's more a speed guy. That's kind of a shame. That's kind of a shame. We have Guadalupe Chavez. Guadalupe Chavez is actually a borderline starter. Yeah, I will take a starter for a reliever every day of the week. I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to complete the trade. And then I'm going to take my new guy. I'm going to make him into a starter. He's got the stamina to make it happen. Guadalupe, you are no longer a reliever. You are now a starter. Now, that is going to tank... that actually tanks his value because he loses a lot of his stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put him back in being a reliever. For now. And then we'll kind of... Let's put him on the short list and just kind of monitor him. And if his stuff, or especially his control, starts to spike as he gets older, worth considering making him into a starter. He's got the stamina, but he doesn't have the control. We could just make him like a super closer, maybe. Let's take a quick look at our international complex. And I don't know why it always goes straight to fielding stats or whatever I've used most recently. Ernesto Quintero is 17. If you keep people in the complex for too long, they actually start to get a little bit worse, I find. I kind of like to rush you to the minors, with the sole exception of the fact that I'd really like you... I'm going to keep you in the complex for a season. Let's see how that works. And what about Betancourt? Yeah, the thing is they don't play games, so they don't develop as quickly. But they can pick up some really good skills if you're careful. So I think that's enough transaction stuff for now. I think we can just go ahead and continue. We'll kind of monitor Ozuna's out for 5 days. We'll just bench him. No, not editor. Game strategy, 5 days. Next week. Oh, the week's already done. Okay. The American League won the All-Star game this season. Very nice. How did the Indians do? We could watch the highlights. We totally could. Lindor went 1 for 2. Very nice. He's, I believe, our only offensive player. Kluber pitched a scoreless inning. I thought we had another offensive player. Was I mistaken? I thought we had 2 people on the roster. Like Brantley, Mejia. Mejia didn't get a hit. Well, I mean, you can't win them all. You can't even win some of them sometimes. Mahoning Valley first baseman, Reynaldo Rivera. Are you worth anything? Not really. He's just an organizational soldier. If you look at his record, he's kicked back and forth between rookie ball and short season A ball, and he'll probably never amount to much. He'll be a minor league free agent in a couple of seasons, which is fine. All right, let us continue. We may miss the playoffs this year. Okay, Edwin Encarnacion. Yeah, see, you can't contribute more as a part of the lineup because you suck. Because you're real bad. I mean, 5 home runs and only 65 plate appearances is actually kind of impressive. But, yeah, it's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen. What can we do to improve the team right now? Is there someone we can trade? Like who's free agent, like whose contract is coming up? I mean, I doubt we're going to get anything for Dan Otero. We can try. I mean, he's clearly getting worse. We can try. I mean, there's always a chance someone will offer me like that Adam Walker kid or something. I can get an overpriced middle reliever or overpriced players at other positions. About what I expected. I'm just going to let Otero walk at the end of the season. Almonte has spent most of his season in AAA. I mean, he's got his advantages, but not the kind of guy I want in the lineup regularly. I doubt I'm going to get anything for him, but sure, let's try flipping him too. Fielding offers. If it takes this long, it usually means there's like 1 or 2 possibilities. I could get like outstanding relief pitchers or overpriced crap. Well, I mean, it's not like the world doesn't need more relief pitchers, I guess. But they're all like 1 year's left or 4 years up in the case of Chris Davis. Wow, has the game soured on Chris Davis? Understandably so. I mean, only 5 home runs this season. Oh, he's not. I don't think he's even playing all that much. Let's see. He doesn't like there being slackers on the team because he's got high work ethic. Well, that's a thing, I guess. I don't really want to keep acquiring relievers because, I mean, I'm running out of spots for places to put them, so I'm just going to go ahead and not talk about this anymore. Pitching staff. Cody Allen might have to be pulled as closer. I don't know what's gotten hit in his water this season, but he's just given up homers by the dozens. You, my friend, are now a middle reliever, and I need to make someone new the closer. It might as well be Osuna, because he's going to be my closer sooner or later. So yeah, Alan, you just got demoted, son. I mean, I don't know how many close games you've cost us, but I bet if we take a quick peek at our one-run games, it's probably like 500 or worse, and that's, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Let's see, expanded standings. We are 13-16 one-run games. Now, one-run games are mostly luck, but a closer who has a 7+ ERA, probably a good reason. How many saves have you blown this year? Let's see here. Save percentage. Of 25 opportunities, you've only got 19 saves. That's worrying. I don't know what's happened to you this season, Cody Allen. This is really worrying. I mean, the strikeouts are down, the walks are up, the home runs have skyrocketed. You may be reaching the end of your useful career. You should be angry about your performance. You should be angry. So we're going to bench him. I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make. I probably should have done it earlier, but I don't like to pull people too early. But we'll have to see how things get. Mike Clevenger's ERA's kind of vanished. What's your problem? You're another one's allowing more homers than I would like, but you're actually still being a useful pitcher. So I mean, I don't have a big deal with the way you're pitching. It's probably just been a bad couple of weeks for you. Mike Leake has not enjoyed his time with the Cleveland Indians so far, let's be honest. Was it like one really good start and one really bad start? Or was it like two awful starts? You got your brains hammered into your two starts. Well, it happens. It happens. Let's go ahead and go up to the trading deadline. And we'll make a last thought about people we might want to trade away or trade for. 1 week. Lindor is too important to the team to risk him for the extra 2 or 3 days. I know a couple commenters said, why don't you just put them on the disabled list if they're already almost at 10 days? Because I want him ready to play like the moment he's ready. So I am going to go and just bench him for the 7 days. Which will create an interesting problem because I don't think we have a regular shortstop, which means Maroff will probably get his starts. Which is fine. Yeah, I cannot afford to lose him for an extended period. If I do, I mean, Kipnis can come back, which is lovely. I've got plenty of outfielders, so there's no reason not to send Diaz down to AAA. We'll bring Kipnis back. It'll be wonderful. Derek Fisher is only hitting 187, and admittedly he's had injury problems, but this is really bad. You're on the team to hit homers and draw walks, and you're drawing walks and hitting the occasional homer, and that's literally it. I mean, I'm hoping you'll turn out to be a little better than this. I mean, all you cost me was a first round. All you cost me was a Rule 5 pick. So, I mean, whatever. A trade proposal. Is this a serious one or is this a stupid trade proposal? You'll give me Eric Hosmer for Kyle Crockett. Eric Hosmer is crap. See, okay, a slight digression here. It doesn't bother me that the trading is harder. It bothers me when the game makes obviously one-sided offers that no sane GM would ever accept. I mean, Eric Hosmer is a league average bat who's slightly better at first base. Guess what? I've got one of those in AAA. Kind of insulting. This is not just slightly more. This is, I don't want Hosmer. So let's see. Today is the trading deadline. Michael Wacha for Malik Smith. I could kind of see that, although I think I bet Tampa Bay is going to get the St. Louis is going to get the better end of this one. No, Tampa Bay will, because Wacha is a really good starter, and Malik Smith is an outfielder whose value is driven primarily by speed, discipline, and defense, which means he's not going to age well. Minnesota and Seattle did a trade. That's not very thrilling. Let's check the trading block. So it doesn't say we have any interesting players here, okay. Jimmy Anderson's doing very, very well. Anderson will probably hit a single A next season. I'm not going to rush him just yet. Nick Donnelly's enjoying himself at third. He's hitting quite well. Trading block. You really want to get rid of Chris Davis, don't you? And I'm not going to... Let's see, where's the player finder? Find a player. I want hitters. Let's see here. Position, third base. Who have been hitting? Let's see. I want someone who's like 70 in contact and like 50 in power. Let's just try this and see what this gives us here. And then we'll search all leagues. Search. Okay, these are players I can't possibly afford. I could never acquire any of these guys in free agency. And third base is where we need the help. There's no way you'd give me Alex Bregman, no matter how badly I might want him. Just for fun, make this trade work. It's going to be like, yeah, it will never happen. Which I totally dig. I mean, I could scour the minors for people who have positions that are blocked right now and just try to trade prospects for other prospects. It's not the most glamorous stuff, but it helps. Jack Schaff kind of came out of nowhere, didn't he? Did I trade for you? I did not. I drafted you. Even from the Ohio area. Intriguing. Stunkel's another one of his... I will never figure out why the scouts can't make up their minds about Stunkel. We love Stunkel. He's crap. We should have him assassinated. Oh, he's amazing. And so forth. Anderson Franco has the third base chops, but isn't really that great a hitter yet. Some good outfielders. I've got so many decent low to high minor. How on earth are you Rule 5 eligible already? How on earth do you have 4 years of playing time already? Or is it 5 years? Remind me in the comments for Rule 5 if it's 3 years or 4 years. It might actually be 3 years because it looks like he started before he was 18. So let's see. Contract and status. Here we go. Yeah, he's had 3 years as a professional, which makes... And he's... Okay, yeah, 3 years as a professional before 18 and 4 years after. So it actually kind of makes sense that he'd be eligible already. Jack Schaff could help a team right now. Do I want Jack Schaff? That's the question. I mean, this dude came out of nowhere. I mean, his potential was 21, and then all of a sudden he started learning how to put the ball in play. Do I believe this is permanent? What if we decided to trade him? Let's assume for the second that he's not going to be a long-term success. Can I trade him for a third baseman who might be? I could get a starting pitching prospect. I could get Alex Blandino. What is your strength? You're actually a really good prospect. You play lots of positions pretty well, and you'll draw your share of walks. It's hard to pass up a prospect like a Cast. You're a bullpen guy. You're strictly bullpen. And it's not like bullpen guys aren't valuable, but I'm not trading an outfielder for a bullpen guy. Blandino's a possibility. What else? Relievers. Fernandez. So I've got one interesting prospect, and that's the bullpen guy. Not the bullpen guy. It's Blandino. Huh. A good base dealer, high intelligence, good at several positions. I mean, you're basically a Yandy Diaz replacement, and given that the current Yandy Diaz isn't so hot, do I take a chance that Schaaf's sudden spike in ability is purely ephemeral? Because he's a decent contact hitter who gets on base, will hit doubles, and he plays a pretty good outfield. Let's go ahead and try this, but I'm going to try to use someone other than Schaaf. Okay, yeah, this is not fair at all. We're not getting much in return. Fidel Castro. You'd love the trade. This is interesting. Does OSA like hate you or something? OSA thinks you're garbage. Okay, that's why. This could be my scout overrating you. That was suspiciously good. Tyler Alexander. You'd never accept the deal. You'd want Mejia. Well, that's more reasonable. Shedrick Long, maybe? You think it's an insult, and again, you want Mejia. Okay. Let's suppose I want to keep Schaaf. What would I have to offer you to get Blandino? You would take Mark Payton. I would rather give you Payton. Because Payton's not even a great outfielder. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll give you Mark Payton for him. And I still get my player. And everyone is happy. Especially me. Because Blandino, I think, has some potential and could be better than he is now. Now the question is, you're potential tanked. Oh, damn it. Your potential just evaporated overnight. Are you starting on a regular basis? If you're a bench player, I'm actually going to send you down to the minors. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give Jack Schaaf a chance to be an acceptable backup type guy. Because I think he can play center. Yeah, he can play left and center. I'm going to see if you can be salvaged in the minors to be something better than you are right now. I mean, let's see. Defensively, you're everything I wanted and more. What about O'Brien? He's at least hitting okay. Fisher's the one who really needs to go down to AAA. Oh, but Kageyama plays so many positions so well. I mean, defensively and speed-wise, he's worth keeping in the majors. Even if his bat's not great. Okay, what was your potential contact? Okay, so your potential power has dropped. It's your eye. They think you're not going to be able to draw walks. Which is fair enough. Schaaf helps the team more offensively right now. The problem being that Naquin's not a very good center fielder. But I think you actually have him starting in center, don't you? Yeah. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go ahead and send Kageyama down to AAA. Let him get a regular plate appearances as an outfielder and see how he turns out. I'm going to call up Jack Schaff to the majors, and we can actually test him. I mean, he's actually one of the better contact hitters on the team now. And he's a really good outfielder, so much so that you might be tempted to bench Brantley for him, but, you know. Brantley's just been real disappointing this year. Actually, he's disappointing last season, too. His problem has been he can't stay healthy, which we kind of already knew. Yeah, because, I mean, if we double the WAR for either season, he's at 3 WAR, and that's right about where he was. So, okay. So we made some good deals at the trade deadline there, I think. I think those were some reasonable deals that have helped our team now and in the future. And it'll give Kageyama a chance to see if he can, maybe under the guidance of our AAA manager, really like push the envelope and be much better. Oh, 3,000 hits for Cabrera. I want to see what it says here. Tim Cooney's picked up velocity. That's extremely rare. That's extremely rare. Let me see what it thinks of Kageyama now. If his potential's recovered. Okay, his potential's recovered. And now, yeah, I'm going to let him go ahead and get some time in AAA and build up his roster. What about Schaff? Schaff it still likes, so it's fine. And this is probably just the scouts overreacting to his poor season so far, but I want him to get some AAA experience. And I think Schaff is more helpful to us right this minute because we need more offensive talent than we have. So, the right call, I think. And there's Stunkel again. He now stinks again. I give up. You're just going to keep changing your opinions of him like every 8 seconds, and eventually you'll settle on something that's somewhat intelligent. He's awesome. He's terrible. He's awesome. He's terrible. Can't make up your bloody mind. Tim Cooney just became extremely interesting because he's picked up on his velocity, which might... I mean, you're a really good possible starter. Cody Anderson's been having... Okay, Cody Anderson's season has begun to suck. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I am going to option Cody Anderson to the minors. And I'm going to use it to put Tim Cooney on the roster. I'm not going to let Cooney start yet. But I am going to let him pick up some long relief work and some emergency starting pitching. Okay. Let's see what happens now. I love that the game does that, by the way. I love that people don't just get worse and worse and worse. Sometimes they just get better out of nowhere. Because it happens in the real majors, right? People you don't expect become really, really good. That's happened so far for... maybe this is a testament to Mickey Callaway. I mean, in real life, he's good at developing pitchers. This may just be reinforcing that he's just really damn good at making pitchers. You're going to be such an awesome bench coach, Chris Tramey. It's going to be amazing. You're going to replace Brad Mills, who I'm going to let walk. And you know what? Mike Leake's out for 4 months. It's a good thing I just called up a starter, isn't it? So congratulations, Tim Cooney. You are now a starting pitcher. And he's a lefty. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. So, pitching stat. We'll need to call someone up. I could even just call Cody Anderson back up. Or Rafael Montero. I like having 6 starters on the roster, so if someone gets injured, I have a replacement. And he's actually done pretty well. Where's Cody Anderson anyway? He's cleared, but I could just call him right back up. But the thing is, I mean, Anderson's not that great a pitcher to begin with. Let's go ahead and give Montero a 40-man spot, and you can be my long reliever and emergency starting pitcher. And we'll see what happens. Can I extend Crockett yet? I can only extend you for your ARB estimate, basically. Let's go ahead and just do that. Let me just offer you your ARB estimate, and so I don't have to worry about that in the off season. Nope. I'll just meet you in arbitration, and then we'll go from there. So Leak's out for the rest of the season, which is disappointing, but hey, I'm not picking up his paycheck, so enjoy your time in AAA, Senor Anderson. Who's Jankowski? He plays for San Diego. I don't care. Osuna, you're really getting on my bloody nerves. Really getting on my nerves. I doubt you've pitched more than 20 innings for me. You haven't. This injury history is getting really, really old. I mean, look at this. 1 week, 6 days, 5 days. You just had 8 months out, and now you're out for another 4. I've got to put him on the DL. He's a long-term investment. 60 days, and now I've got to find a reliever, which is really awkward because I don't really have a good replacement for him. How good do you become if I convert you to a reliever? Reliever. Okay, it looks like they think you're actually kind of ready if I make you reliever. Fine. You can just pick up some middle relief innings here and there for now. Damn it, Osuna. And now I don't have a closer. So it's either got to be Familia or Crockett, and I'll make it Familia. Crockett can do setup for 8th inning and after, and then I don't know who I make the other setup man. Is there a decent reliever on the waiver wire? There's a bad second baseman. That's it. What about in free agency? I can sign a 1 or 2 year deal with someone. Wilson Ramos, a catcher, is not a reliever. Not even a little bit. I could pick up like Houston Straight. But I mean, That's a serious blow. I don't know what to do now. Damn it, Osuna. Quit getting freaking hurt. I almost have to make Cody Allen, despite the fact he's had a bad season. I have to make him like a setup man. I need someone I can count on in the 7th, and I'd rather have him than a guy who's never pitched before. I mean, Otero maybe. I mean, this is like bad option after bad option. After all that money and time I spent on the bullpen this season, it's disappointing to see it just fall apart. Because people can't stay healthy. The good news is Greg Holland may be available at the end of the season. Although I don't think he'll make it before the roster expansion. And now Carrasco, 4 days, whatever. 4 days is not worth bothering about because he'll have a new start by then. 2 weeks for Tim Cooney. Do I need to... Oh, no. Kluber's injured. That may be our season right there. Do I just put you on the DL? I mean, I'm running out of starters. That's the problem. All right. This is all coming at the worst possible time. That all these injuries are just coming one after the other to the point where I may want to consider firing my... Stripling, you can have your number 5 starter job back because I don't know how good Montero is actually going to be. And this is getting silly that all these injuries are happening all at the same time. It may be time to fire my trainer and get a better trainer. And Kluber's out for the rest of the season. That's it. We just lost the playoffs. I'm very salty right now. I mean, my rotation is good. This is like what happened to the real-life Indians before the World Series last season. I mean, I could make... No, Nolan Martinez is much too far away from being even a reasonable starter. I mean, it's Cody Anderson is really about as good as we're going to get. So Anderson's back on the roster. Hooray. So we'll do Carrasco, Clevenger, Bauer. I think it was Bauer start, right? Stripling, and then Montero will be the 5th starter. Because all I trust Cody Allen for is long relief and emergency starting. Ugh, Kluber. You're killing me. What was your injury again? A ruptured finger tendon. He has pitched like a bunch of seasons at 200 innings in a row. He's probably bound to get injured at some point. Yeah, we're going to start falling back. I think that costs us the playoffs. And you're going to hurt Lindor, too, just to be a real dick about it. I'm going to put you on the DL. You're too important to the long-term health of the team. Diaz, sure. Like, this is just getting absurd, the frequency of injuries. Okay, we get Tim Cooney back. I'm just going to leave you... we're not at September 1st yet. I don't want to send someone down just to call him right back up. But I guess I will go ahead and send down Stripling, and then we'll call him up once... I do not want to release him. I want him to start. Here, welcome back. You just came back from the disabled list. Have a pitch. That's it. I'm firing my trainer. I'm firing my trainer in the offseason. This is absurd. I mean, all these people are breaking down at exactly the same time. That's not good. That is not good at all. I'm still only 3 games back somehow. And now Kipnis is injured. Oh, he's just out for 4 days. That's fine. Derek Fisher wins Rookie of the Month right before going back on the disabled list. Of course he does. Ross Stripling can come back, and he'll be long relief. Emergency. I'm going to make Otero my other setup man. I have no choice. I can't trust Cody Allen. Cody Allen, for whatever reason this season, is just not pitching. I want you, in fact, avoid high leverage situations until he proves he deserves it. Now who's injured? Of course Derek Fisher is going to take longer to come back. Why not? Lindor comes back, that'll help. I'm going to get Greg Holland at like the very end of the season. And now Dan Otero's arm just fell off. I'm getting real tired of it. Real tired. I get Derek Fisher back. It's going to take like a heroic class meltdown by the Twins in order to make the playoffs. Did I just see something about Geyer being injured? I kind of feel bad for Brandon Geyer. I mean, he's had a decent season for Kansas City. I mean, if we fight like hell, we might be able to sneak into a wild card spot. I'm not even going to bother benching you for that. Mejia's like the major bright spot. Of course Tyler Naquin's hurt. He's only out for a week. Not Yahoxian Medina. I don't even know who this guy is. Our team is doomed. Come on, Cleveland. If we can put on a nice hot streak right now, we can back into the playoffs. Brantley's out for a week. You can go to the disabled list. How are you doing in AAA? Slightly better than you were in the majors. I'm going to go ahead and keep you there right now. I don't know how much you'd help if I called you up right now anyway. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and call him up now. Just to fill in until Brantley's healthy again. Greg Holland. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I can have you as my 7th inning setup guy. As a way to kind of just ease you back into the role. How much longer do I have? I think I gave you for like 3 more years for cheap. Although you'll probably, honestly, if you pitch even mediocre, you're probably going to opt out of the of that player option, and I can't say I'd blame you. If Mejia picks up a few points, I'll actually win a batting title, which would be pretty awesome. Lindor is a number 3 WAR guy in the majors. Very nice. Jordan Milbrath retires. Well, that's to be expected. Otero's velocity just dropped off more. Cody Allen, yeah, I think he's just getting old. Mejia's gotten better at everything, because of course he has. Bobby Bradley got a little better. Kageyama got better. I mean, even his potential's improving. And then some other people got a little better and or a little worse. How's Bradley doing, by the way? I mean, it'd be hard to hit worse than Encarnacion, and he's hitting amazing. I mean, he's what I wanted from a first baseman this whole bloody time. And in a full season, he'd probably hit 30, 35 homers, which is what I was expecting. So, absolutely brilliant, Bradley. You've earned yourself your major league role. Not like Encarnacion. Jerk. I hit 9 home runs, though. That's all you literally do at this point. Like, I might hire you back for the major league minimum, and that would be it. Brantley's back. Brantley's back, and there's gonna be trouble. We got a wild card. We got a wild card. We just snuck into that spot. And we probably don't deserve it. No one on my team finished. No one on my team finished. Hooray for both of them. Playoff coverage. Let me finish today, and then I can actually set my playoff roster. Okay. I want Greg Holland on the roster, and he's there. Perfect. Does it give me my full pitching staff? It does. First of all, we're going with the 4-man rotation. Montero can do long relief and emergency starting pitching. I no longer want you doing long relief. I want you to be strictly an anti-lefty type. Familia. Greg Holland pitched 1 time and got his brains hammered, but it only happened the 1 time, so who cares? I also want, depending on his health, I wanted Carrasco. I want Carrasco taking this start. Now the question is, do we want to actually play this game and show it on the channel? I haven't done one in a while. Or, let me see what time it is. Let's see. This only has been going on for about 45 minutes. You know what? It's been a while since we've managed a game. And this is the exact kind of game I should be managing. So let's do it. Let's play the game. I'll only do this for this game, by the way. Even if we make other changes, that's fine. Okay. Jose Ramirez is not leading off. It's just not going to happen. Brantley did a pretty good job of getting on base this season. Mejia was... Okay, Mejia, first of all, you're my... I can't change the lineup? Oh, I have to do it in here. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Mejia, you're my cleanup guy. Derek Fisher can bat fifth. Naquin did a real good job of getting on base. I'm going to go ahead and swap. No, Bradley is going to hit for Brian. You hit here. Naquin's going to lead off. And Ramirez can bat ninth. This is what I want my lineup to look like. And then we'll swap O'Brien. O'Brien really wasn't that good this season. I'll have to see what kind of long-term future he's got. I could just bench him. I mean, who else could I put into the spot? Not much. Yeah, fine. I'm not going to push it. I mean, he's as good as DH as anyone else. Oh, they set Kageyama back down. Well, I can do that for the next series if I have to. It's fine. Start game. I'm going to turn my my speakers down just a bit. I hope you don't get, like, double the speakers. Let me know if there's any sound problems, but there shouldn't be. Okay, so we got Naquin up at the plate to lead off. Against a lefty. I should have thought that one through. I still think bumping Ramirez out of the leadoff spot is the right call. And Naquin draws a walk. That's what you want from your leadoff guy. Well done, my friend. Do we be aggressive on the bases? Thomas Nido's got a pretty decent arm as a catcher. Let's not push it. Right to the shortstop. With Lindor, I'm actually more willing to try a hit and run because Lindor makes really good contact. Let's do it. Hit and run. And that's an out. But hey, you know what? That's understandable. And then Mejia. Oh, you picked off Naquin at first. Seriously? Not cool, dude. Alright, get him, Carrasco. Why do I remember they Matt Duffy? Did I play Tampa Bay in the World Series in the playoffs last season? I did, didn't I? Oh, great. Justin Williams got a single. Here comes Jake Bowers. That's a pop fly if I've ever seen one. Well done, Lindor. We have to hold off. Longoria's still playing. Oh, dear. Oh, I thought that was a home run. I genuinely thought that one was gone. A 20-pitch first inning. We made Snell work. I like to see that. I don't like to see him striking out, but at least it took him 5 pitches. Up a ground out for Fisher, and then Bobby Bradley. Hey, our first base hit. That's a double. Nicely done, kid. Nicely done. Get him, Kip. Where'd the ball go? A 2-run homer. Nice job, Kipnis. Oh. And Peter O'Brien grounds out to short. But hey, a 2-run lead is a good lead. Actually, an any run lead is a good lead. Gillespie draws a walk. He's not even remotely a stolen base threat. Catch it. Good job, Naquin. Naquin's got a good arm. He's just not a great center fielder. Excellent. Struck out Nido. And Brad Miller grounds out. Very nice work. Jose Ramirez looks like he hit that one pretty darn hard, but not hard enough. And Naquin, I don't like that last second correction. I mean, this is the best their threes ever look like, but that is just slightly bothersome. It's like he stands perfectly still, and then at the last possible second, he takes like 4 steps forward to make it look more dramatic. Nice single for Brantley. Come on, Lindor. And a ground out to first. Or second, rather. Well, nice play by Kip. A nice play by Lindor. We're getting it done, mowing them down. That's not mowing them down. That's a single. Jake Bowers. Who the hell is this Jake Bowers guy? He's like super awesome. I'm actually going to take a quick look at him. I've never heard of him before. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, I don't follow like every baseball player in the history of the game. Is he really that good? He's pretty darn good. I don't think I'd rate him quite as high. I don't think I'd call him a 75 out of 80, but sure. You know, I don't remember, now that I think about it, if we have ratings on, I can't remember off the top of my head if we have ratings set to relative to position or relative to all major leaguers. He could just be a really, really good outfielder, which I totally get. Mejia hit a one-pitch ground out, but we're making this guy work. Let's take some pitches, Fisher. Let's see if we can't get into their thick, meaty bullpen. Called strike, bottom of the zone. Ball 2-1. Ball 3-1. Let her rip, Fish. Let her rip. And you struck out. Well, hey. And Bradley strikes out. He did strike out 243 batters. Snell's a legit good pitcher. Longoria punches out. Where did Gillespie hit this one? I think that's a home run. Nope, just a double. I lose track of the ball. I wish they would make the actual ball bigger. I think it'd be a little bit easier to see. Siri, what's that weak shit, Brantley? You should be gunning that one to the plate. You were pretty shallow. Okay, Kiyomari's a threat to steal. Let's throw over to first. And we struck him out. Good job, Carrasco. And it's 2 people out. I don't care if Kiyomari steals. Or you could just strike out Brad Miller. That works too. 56 pitches. I don't want to overtax him, but I also don't trust my bullpen a whole lot. Jason Kipnis. Oh, he flew out. I thought that was a walk. That was almost a second homer. A nice hit. Good job, O'Brien. Good job. Jose draws a walk. Now Naquin's up. And Naquin strikes out. Well, no one's perfect. Brantley, I need you. I need you to get a base hit and score a run. Or you could strike out looking. You're awful disappointing, Brantley. I kind of hope you do opt out of your stupid contract. Okay. Throw it. Good job, Ramirez. Oh, that was hit real good. Oh, good play, Brantley. Okay. How many pitches does Carrasco have? He's tired already. Let's get a middle reliever up. Yeah, 3 wins, 10 losses. I should have replaced you earlier. Who's coming up in their lineup? A lefty, a righty, and a switch. So that doesn't really help. Do I go ahead and warm up? I mean, Allen seems like the obvious choice. I mean, it's the middle innings. I mean, this is a guy I trusted implicitly last season. But this season, he just can't get it done. Come on, beat it out. Damn it. Damn it. That's either going to be a single or an out. And it's an out. Pitch carefully to Bowers. In fact, I'm going to hit number 2, pitch around, please. Did he just hit a homer? No, he flew out. Okay. You get through this inning, Carrasco, and I will give you a hearty pat on your back, and you can go to the dugout. Because I don't want to overuse you at all. Come on. Yes! All right, Carrasco, 6 innings, only 1 run allowed. That's all anyone could ask of you. Allen sits down. It's the 7th inning. This is going to be Greg Holland. Yeah. Wait. No. Crockett. Because they've got 2 lefties up. And, yeah. And I will go ahead and warm up Greg Holland. No, I don't want to warm up Greg Holland. I want Holland to pitch in the 8th. Given that lineup. I could, like, pinch hit Roberto Perez, but, you know, I'd trust Bradley to strike out, which was my plan. It's all part of my plan. We're going to lull them into a false sense of security, and then Jason Kipnis gets a single. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. Okay, Jose De Leon comes into the game. A wild pitch moves Kipnis up to second. I like to see that. I'm not going to make him bunt because Peter O'Brien, if he gets a hold of one, could hit a 2-run homer at any moment. Or he could strike out looking. You know, that's fine too. Okay, really, that pitch was dodgy. That pitch was dodgy. Walks Jose Ramirez. And Naquin strikes out. Seriously, guys? Quit striking out. All right, go get him, Kyle Crockett. Nice work for Bradley. Very nice. 2 outs. Oh, that's trouble. God damn it, I trusted you to take care of Brad Miller, and you couldn't do it. Oh, come on. Seriously, Crockett? You bastard. Why are you just getting hit all of a sudden? You were really good this season. And now you're going to walk Matt Duffy. Oh, Whitley stole second. And you strike out Duffy, not like it freaking matters. Alright, who's coming up? You've got lefties coming up. I'm going to leave Crockett in the game and see how he deals with them. And then Greg Holland will come in at the end of the inning. We'll see what happens. Okay, come on, Brantley. We need you to start doing something more. Getting hit, I guess, does it. Hit and run. We need to manufacture a run. And you hit a fly ball out. Damn it, Lindor. The one time I want you to just hit a weak ground ball. Do it again. Hit and run, this time with Mejia. What is with everyone hitting it to the outfield on a hit and run? You're supposed to hit it on the ground. And you strike out Derek Fisher. So, yeah, that was bullshit. Come on, Crockett. Did you just give up a homer? You did not. That wasn't it. Take care of Bowers, please. He's legit scary. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and bring in Holland, and he will finish off the inning. If the game's still tied in the 9th, I'll actually let Holland pitch the full inning. If it's not tied, then I'll bring in Familia. Okay, Bradley, get her done. That's not getting her done. Not even a little bit. Kip, another homer would be awesome right now. A base hit, it gets someone on base. Peter O'Brien. You know what? I should actually start getting Familia up in the bullpen just in case. Come on, O'Brien. That's a really, really loud fly ball out. Jose. Yes! Yes! Beautiful! Come on, drive him in, Naquin. Nah, it's an out. No, it's not. It's an error. And we're going to score on the error. Alert base running, Mr. Ramirez. Very alert base running. And Brantley grounds out. But you know, we got our 2 runs. And as much as I've slagged you this season, Jose Ramirez, you came through when it counted. Closer time. Let's go ahead and get Familia in the game. Out. Out. Struck him out. Whew. Well done, team. Man, Jason Kipnis, MVP of that game. MV freaking P. Well done, Kip. That's all I wanted and more. Okay, now let's look at our playoff roster and see if we want to make any changes. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Maybe leave Cody Anderson off. How did you do in the minors this season? In the majors, you didn't really do all that well. It's fine. Pitching staff. Yeah, I don't want Carrasco starting game 1. Clevenger kind of got real bad toward the end of that season because he's given up too many homers, which makes him not a great pitcher start against Texas, but I also can't not start him either. So let's just do this one game at a time. It got down to the bullpens. They scored 8 runs in the bottom, 3 runs in the bottom of the. How many homers does Gallo have this year? A pedestrian 40. I think you should just cut him, and then I will sign him for nothing. I think that's a fair use of your resources, Texas. We tied the series. Very nice. Very nice. A home run for Bradley, Brantley, and O'Brien. Carrasco on game 3 dominates. Another homer for Bradley. Michael Brantley, a world and a series MVP. Nice. I actually would have said Bobby Bradley, but Brantley did hit 500, and you can't really argue with 500. So, great work. On to the next round. Do I want to take a quick look at my roster and maybe send down Schaff and have Kageyama on the playoff roster? I don't think so. I mean, Schaff can play center, and that's the only reason I would put him on there. It's fine. You can do it. How did Moroff hit this well? Just out of curiosity. He was useful. He got way too much playing time this season. This is a bad season if your utility infielder gets lots and lots of starts. Where did you play this season? Oh, that's right. Kipnis was hurt, and you played second while he was out. Okay. Playoff coverage until next playoff round. Thank you kindly. And Kipnis is out for 3 to 4 weeks. Well, you know what? You can play through it, buddy. It's the freaking playoffs. Okay. It's up to... No, I don't think it's up to Trevor Bauer. I think it's up to Carlos Carrasco. Carrasco is mostly rested, and he only pitched 60 pitches. Do it, Carrasco. You're my man. I want you starting, Chief. It's an elimination game. If we don't win the game, we go home anyway. Oh! Came down to the bullpens. The freaking Yankees, really? 2 runs in the... Did Familia melt down? Familia melted down. I really needed a reliable closer this season, and I did not have one. I am not happy. But you know what? We shouldn't have made the playoffs anyway, so I'm actually kind of happy we even made it that far. Get them, Pirates. Yeah, Pirates-Yankees in the World Series. Let's just watch this here. Come on, Pirates. I'm pulling for you. Ozuna can come off the DL. Yeah, now that you're friggin' useless. I'm going to go ahead and take people off the DL now because it's going to make me do it anyway. Come on, Pittsburgh. Beat the Yankees. No one likes the Yankees. Really? Was Hunter Pence's name Captain Underpants? I did not know that. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Woo! Only time you'll ever hear me rooting for Pittsburgh, ever. I am a Browns fan, after all. A good season. Wow, look at all these people on the waiver wire. I could totally loot Caleb Coward if it was worth anything. Ooh. Before we do anything else... Secondary roster is now 38 men. Oh, you fired that... Wait. Kim Ing is a female. That is not a man. That should be her, not his. Cody Allen. You stunk up the joint this season. You were real bad. Now the question is, do I assume that you're going to be this bad forever? I mean, you give up 20 homers. That's not even a little bit okay. I'm going to void your contract, and here's why. I'm going to void it and see if I can get you to sign a cheaper deal. Void. You are not getting an option with me. This is the easiest decision and greatest decision I'll make all year. No. Carrasco is an even easier decision. That's a yes. Execute. Kipnis. You are hot in the playoffs. You got hot at the right time, and you're still a very useful second baseman. And I don't have a practical replacement. You've got high loyalty, so I might be able to get you to extend for not too as much money. Execute. Ben Rowland. Yeah. You want me to get a better third baseman. You want me to get a higher profit margin. You were delighted and you're less happy because I didn't make a profit. Well, I can win or I can make a profit. I can't really do both. Oh, I'm losing my bench coach, which is fine. All these things happened here. Not Tuffy Goes Witch. I don't know who Tuffy Goes Witch is. Apparently the game doesn't either. Okay. So I want to do a couple things before we end the episode. First, I'm going to promote my AAA manager to bench coach. Appoint as bench coach in Cleveland. And then once the new season rolls over, I'm going to have some decisions to make about who to promote and so forth. Can I get you to extend now? Yeah, do it. You're a really good hitting coach. I like you a lot. Your ass is fired. Fired. Because that was some bullshit at the end of the season, that you just got all the injuries. Please give me a better team trainer. I want someone who's good at preventing arm injuries. So I can get Eric Gardner, who's awesome at everything but fatigue recovery. Done. I'll give you a 5-year deal. Look at me, I'm Lonnie Soloff. I'm going to see all your players get injured because I hate you personally. That's exactly what he's thinking. He won't say it, but that's what he's thinking. I want a manager. Let's see here. I need a good AAA manager. Someone who's personable and has sabermetric experience. Like Gil Velasquez. Let me actually, before I decide this, let me actually decide if I want to promote other people up the ranks. My guy from Mahoning Valley is actually an average already. I'm going to shoot you all the way up to AAA. That gives me a real good managing staff there. And then I can hire, what was his name? Velasquez, you can be my manager at Mahoning Valley. Perfect. So once people respond to that, that'll be good. Which of a profit did I make last season? I normally don't care about the accounting, but apparently he does. Last year was a $2 million loss. Oh, sorry, last year was a $12 million loss. The thing is, what can I actually cut? I mean, I could just not sign new people, but, you know. Now that salary's been freed up, do I make any other decisions right now? No. I do not. Unless I can sign Crockett to an extension. That would be kind of cool. But no, the payroll won't technically free up until free agents file. So that's fine. I think we'll just go ahead and end the episode here. So do let me know what you think of the series so far. It's always good to get feedback. Please remember to comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe. As you look at here, see if there's people you think we should be trying to sign longer term. Kyle Crockett's on my short list of people I'd like to sign longer term. I might try to approach Allen with an extension, just to see if I can get him cheap. Because he had a real bad season. And this might be the kind of year that he goes, he's got low greed too. So he might go, you know what, I'll take, for $3 or $4 million, sign me for a couple of years just so I can hit the free agent market with a better thing. He's still got good tools, but he just didn't get the job done this season. He just got hit real hard. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we play. So some interesting decisions to make in this offseason, which you will see in the next episode. So once again, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. And until next time, this has been Avindian, and I bid you good day, good fortune, and good luck.